Thank you very much. We are back here on a Monday, and we're kind of heavy on high school football because it's in front of us. But we have to remember that it's still the summer season, and there are still some summer sports going on, and obviously some athletes who participate in the spring sports in the scholastic season and carry into the summer. And one of the real outstanding softball players, at least one of the better ones we can ever remember here in Northeast Pennsylvania, Grace Parachinsky, made an announcement that she is verbally committed to going to St. Bonaventure to continue her softball and academic careers. And I got wind of it late last night around midnight. I was watching National Lampoon's Vacation on IFC, and I didn't want to put it out on Twitter that late because I didn't think anybody would see it. And then, of course, I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed today and put it out there on Twitter after texting Grace, and she was kind enough to confirm that for us. Grace, congratulations on your decision and the great junior season you had at Holy Cross. How are things going?
Hi, Joby. Thank you. Things are going great.
I guess they are now. Just for the sake of our listeners here, Grace, I just want to say to show people that I harbor no ill feelings toward the athletes in Northeast Pennsylvania. On Friday night, while I was here doing the show on NEPA's ESPN Radio, my daughter's softball team was playing Grace's softball team in a playoff game. My daughter, I like to pat her on the back every now and then, she tied the game up in the bottom of the fifth inning, or bottom of the sixth inning, whatever it was, the last at-bat for her team. But, lo and behold, the next half inning, Grace Parachinsky hits a 400-foot home run to win the game for her team, and my daughter was really overwhelmed to see you play, and obviously that's a great way to finish. But I didn't harbor any ill feelings, so I called you this morning, texted you this morning. We're having you on the show anyway, all right?
Thank you.
How great was that home run? I mean, obviously, it's only a recreational league playoff game, but that's got to be cool to win a game like that.
Yeah, it felt pretty good, and that was our last game of the season, so it was a great way to end it.
It sure was. Then you came up with this decision to continue your softball career at St. Bonaventure. What really sold you on going to St. Bonaventure?
Well, about a year ago, I was playing in this college showcase, the Bandits in Olean, and that's like right around where Bonaventure is. And like with my travel team, the Impact Panthers, we were playing there, and I emailed the Bonaventure coach beforehand, before I showed up to the showcase. I asked him to come see me play, and he ended up coming to see me play. I did pretty well. We talked afterwards, and then after a while, we talked here and there, and then I went to one of his camps, and then after the camp, we talked for a while. We were like, hey, I'd be interested in coming, and he's like, well, I'd like to have you here. And then some time went by, and then this year, I got in touch with him again, and I went down for an official visit. We talked. I met the team. I fell in love with the school and everything like that. So we talked some, like, money and business. And then after that, I went to this weekend, the college showcase in Olean, and he came out again. And then things happened like that, and I verbally committed.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly it can happen. And it just sounds like, just by listening to you, that it's almost been a long time destination for you, something you really wanted to achieve, is to go to St. Bonaventure. And listen, you've been a terrific player. Let's put the cards on the table. For the most part, last year you batted, I think, close to 800, which is nearly impossible. You've put a lot of work into this, so how satisfying and gratifying was it, based on all the time and effort and the work that you put in, to finally land this situation for yourself?
Honestly, it's really relieving. Since I was little and I joined my travel league, I always thought that sticking with this team and committing to it, I could eventually reach a goal in, like, playing in a D1 college, like, team, you know? And I worked at that, and I knew that if I stuck with softball and I just worked my way up there, I'd eventually get there. So it's kind of been like a lifelong goal, and I finally got that.
Now, you really enjoy softball, and you have worked at it tremendously. I have to ask you, because, to have the kind of season you had last year, where you were the Times Tribune Softball Player of the Year, All-State, the whole bit, you really got on a roll, and we talked to you a little bit about that at the time when you were Athlete of the Week. when you're playing softball and when you get the opportunity to get into a kind of a hot streak and you're just driving the softball, what is that like for you? And then, because we just see a very small portion of your softball season in the high school season, and then, you play so many games in the summer. I mean, you just were on a heck of a roll and just have a lot of confidence in the batter's box no matter who you're facing, right?
Right. Basically, every time I step onto the field, my goal is to, be a team player and just work on my swing either through practice or at the game. I kind of want to perfect it. I know you can't perfect it, but I just want it to be consistent where I could just get in the box and swing and it go well for me. But overall, I just train to be the best I can.
Well, it certainly has paid off. Grace Parachinsky joining us here from Holy Cross. She's getting ready to start her senior year, and she's already verbally committed to St. Bonaventure Division I softball program. And Grace, with this now, I know it was your last recreational softball game on Friday, and then you had travel, your showcase this weekend. Are you going to take any time off now and get ready for fall ball? I know practice starts, I think, next week, and the league starts up here pretty soon. What's going to be on your itinerary? Do you feel you've done enough now to kind of give yourself a little bit of a break and then get going again when you feel it's right?
Well, usually a break is good, and I enjoy breaks here and there, but I like to just sometimes during the week go hitting and keep working on what I want to achieve, what's my swing, so I'm satisfied with it. I'll probably do a few hitting here and there. I've already planned in the winter to take some catching lessons with Greg Way. And then we have fall ball for Holy Cross. And then I also, with my travel league, we're going to do some more college showcases. So then I can just have some fun with that.
Now, you mentioned it's a little bit of a relief to kind of have this college recruiting decision put away now, and you can really enjoy your senior year at Holy Cross. And for you, I mean, was it something that you have to do a lot of work in softball? It's not as a lot of people don't realize that you have to go to a lot of these showcases, you have to go to a lot of these tournaments, a lot of travel involved. Is it exhausting at times for you to have to do that and put yourself through that, knowing that you're a prospect who wants to play in college?
It really is, and a big part of it is you want to get the coach's attention. You want to get the schools that you want to go to get their attention. You can't sit back and hope they fall into your lap. You have to go out, contact coaches. My coaches have contacted many coaches. They've helped me with that process. And word gets around eventually. You get coaches talking to other coaches. It just works like that. It's very stressful, but at the same time, really relieving in the end.
Yeah, and listen, when you bat 800, I mean, that's going to grab people's attention, too.
Yeah.
No, you had a great year, that's for sure. Well, Grace, I want to thank you very much for coming on here tonight, and you and I will talk a little bit later on. We'll put something together for the paper for tomorrow with your big announcement that you're going to be continuing at St. Bonaventure. Congratulations on that decision. It's a great school, great softball program up there, and I want to wish you the very best of luck, just not against my daughter's team, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Grace, we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, bye.
Grace Parachinsky there from Holy Cross. She is going to go to St. Bonaventure for softball. Terrific young lady, and she is an excellent softball player. And, yeah, she ruined my daughter's playoff run Friday night. Big bang over the center field wall.
I have a bittersweet feeling for you.
Well, my wife texted me. It's so funny because, I mean, Grace Parachinsky. I do. I know her reputation. You kind of hope that. I wasn't at the game, but then I got the text message that Megan had tied the game in the bottom half of the sixth inning, and then I was happy, I'm thrilled. Hopefully they can come back and win the game. And my wife says, "Oh my goodness, some girl just hit a bomb about 400 feet." And I said, "Oh, I know who that was." And sure enough, it was Grace Parachinsky. So she's a terrific young lady. Let's face it, she's Times Tribune Softball Player of the Year for a reason, and she certainly has earned this scholarship to St. Bonaventure, and we want to wish her continued success with that. Also, some things that happened over the weekend, just real quickly here with some local athletes, in particular Dunmore track and field standout and future